Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Amendment Bill number 2024, not number 2024, by the Honorable Aden Dawoodi Mohammed. Honorable Speaker, I listened to quite a number of contributions earlier this week, some that were very misguided. And I think one of the contributors had not even read the bill. Fortunately, when we engaged with that member, without naming names, with the Honorable Aden Dawoodi, outside here, he conceded that he had actually not read the bill and was just speaking to speak to the gallery. Because this bill is not about curtailing the freedom of Kenyans to express themselves online or in any other way, or using online platforms, but it seeks to protect the children you see up here coming to witness how we legislate. This bill is seeking to protect them from abuse, either through things that they watch, pornographic material that they watch, from being radicalized through extremist views, be it religious or cultic practices, or even recruiting them into acts of terrorism online. Because, Honorable Speaker, it is a known fact by those who are in the security sector that there are those who have been radicalized into terrorism online and are recruited online. And quite a number of members from the coast region will tell you how young people have been recruited into terrorist groups from online platforms and lured others into crime and other things, Honorable Speaker, through online platforms. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, right from clause 3 of the bill, you see, it seeks to amend section 6 of the Act that gives the National Computer and Cybercrimes Coordination Committee an additional function of issuing directives on websites and applications that may be rendered inaccessible within the country where the website or application promotes illegal activities, promotes child pornography, terrorism, and extreme religious and cultic practices. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, when I listened to some of the contributions that were being made here on Tuesday, I really wondered where they were getting those things on this bill. Because we must restrict ourselves to the contents of the legislative proposals that are before us. And these bills, Honorable Speaker, I keep telling members, even if you have not read the bill, just go to the objects and the memorandum of the bill and you'll be able to figure out what the bill seeks to amend, Honorable Speaker. Because I had a member saying, oh, let us allow the Kenyans to express themselves. Nobody is asking Kenyans not to express themselves. And if anything, Honorable Speaker, there is no other country in sub-Saharan Africa where people have the kind of freedom Kenyans have online. Freedom to express themselves and even freedom to harass others. And they do it, Honorable Speaker, without anyone curtailing them. And therefore, the intent of this bill is not to stop anybody from harassing any politician online or stop you from abusing Honorable Aden Dawoodi, the proposer of the bill, or Ichungwa, or indeed anybody you want to abuse or insult. That is your right. You go ahead and do it. It never changes anything, by the way. And I keep telling people, you're only wasting your data insulting people. You're only wasting your time and your money. Spend your time more usefully doing productive things like online jobs that will earn you a living instead of spending your time insulting leaders, politicians, and whoever you think you can insult, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I was saying, Honorable Speaker, if you read the objects of this bill, you will see that it seeks to protect the most vulnerable people in our society, our children, from acts of child pornography, Honorable Speaker. 2, Honorable Speaker, acts of terrorism and extreme religious and cultic practices also, as I said, many of our young people have been lured into terrorism and extreme cultic practices. You've seen, Honorable Speaker, Shakahola years ago. We've just seen another village still in the same Kilifi County, Honorable Speaker, and you do not know, I saw the Minister for Interior last night, saying that they have close to 300 bodies that cannot be identified. Honorable Speaker, because probably these are people who were lured even online, went into Shakahola and ended up dying there and their relatives do not know where these people are, Honorable Speaker. And some may have died with their entire families, and that's why we cannot trace them. Therefore, we must protect the most vulnerable in our society, Honorable Speaker, as I said, including our children, from these illegal activities like child pornography, terrorism, extreme religious and cultic practices, Honorable Speaker, without in any way curtailing the freedoms of the people of Kenya to engage constructively online. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the issue that, again, I had one of the members speak about cyber harassment, is already provided for in the Act, Honorable Speaker, under Section 27 of the Act, and is very clear on what constitutes cyber harassment, Honorable Speaker. Because, again, it is true, children and young people in this country have committed suicide because of cyber harassment, Honorable Speaker. If, as leaders, we cannot protect those young ones, our children, who will protect them, Honorable Speaker? Because when I listen to those populist views that were being echoed here, Honorable Speaker, by a member from Murang'a County, very populist, seeking to speak to the gallery, to make Kenyans to believe that this bill, the Honorable Aden Daud, wants to curtail the freedom of Kenyans from expressing themselves online, Honorable Speaker. I wondered, do you have children? Or do you represent parents who have children, some of who have lost their lives because of being harassed online, Honorable Speaker, and some just can't live with it, and they end up committing suicide, Honorable Speaker. Some end up getting into criminal activities because they've been lured into criminal activities. Others get into antisocial behavior like prostitution, Honorable Speaker, because they have seen it on TikTok and other platforms that this is the way to do things. We must, as responsible leaders, be slow to what we think is popular with the people. Because we have said it here time and time again, Honorable Speaker, that necessarily, it's not always necessarily what is popular is right. And in most cases, Honorable Speaker, what is popular is never right. It's just popular. And therefore, when I listen to a member speak in a way he's just looking for, speaking to the gallery to seek cheap publicity, Honorable Speaker, at the expense of our children, I am left wondering whether you are a parent. And if you are a parent, how irresponsible of a parent you could be to expose our children to cyber harassment, expose them to child pornography. Honorable Speaker, not just children. This bill is also addressing issues touching on our economy. The act of fishing, Honorable Speaker. How many people have you had on mainstream media, in our villages, even online, Honorable Speaker, who out of fishing have lost money from their bank accounts, out of SIM swaps, because this bill is also addressing the question of SIM swap, or swapping of SIMs, Honorable Speaker. People have had their accounts cleaned. People have had their bank accounts cleaned, their M-Pesa accounts cleaned by criminals, Honorable Speaker. So if you want to make Kenyans to believe that this bill is working against them so that you allow criminals to continue stealing from Kenyans, you are no better than those criminals who are fishing people's information, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, if you look at the contents of this bill, Honorable Speaker, it also seeks to protect Kenyans from fishing and also issues to do with SIM swaps that has become very prevalent in our country, Honorable Speaker. And I know there's a small village in Bomet County, and I don't know if members from Bomet County are here. Somebody told me that if you are driving through Mulot, because of the industry there, the creative industry there, you better switch off your phone. Honorable Speaker, we do not need to switch off our phones when we are driving through Mulot or near Committee Prison or Industrial Area Remand Prison. All we need is to have laws that will protect us from having our phones being hacked into, having our information fished and our accounts cleaned, Honorable Speaker, and also to ensure that the data protection laws that we have also enacted in this House, Honorable Speaker, also help those who are in the cyberspace and the online space, Honorable Speaker, from protecting our data online. Because again, Honorable Speaker, through phishing, people are creating websites or sending messages through their computers and their phones that is inducing people to websites, and recipients of such messages end up disclosing their very personal data that otherwise should not have been disclosed. And therefore, with this, Honorable Speaker, we will have penalties for people who create such websites, Honorable Speaker, and protect the people of Kenya from this. Honorable Speaker, that is not to say that, as I was saying, those who are using online platforms cannot do whatever else they want to do constructively, whether it is online jobs. Those who want to insult politicians can go ahead and do it. They will not benefit from anything by insulting anyone, Honorable Speaker. And if anything, I've told members of Parliament, don't fear those who are insulting you online. Some will insult you, but are just envious of what you are doing at times. Most of the people you will find insulting you online are the first people to run to you for help, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, that's why I encourage members, nobody should fear anything that is said online. Honorable Speaker, some of us, if we lived by what is said online, Honorable Speaker, we will never do anything. Even this week, I've seen one of some of these media people online post very untrue stories. But I say, any story that you sell, Honorable Speaker, may help somebody. In fact, I have seen one this week, Honorable Speaker, that has actually helped our stock exchange for share prices to go up this week. And I said, it's a good thing. And some of us may be smiling to the bank because of these negative stories that people think they are selling, but end up being very positive. I therefore want to commend Honorable Dawood for this bill. It is a very progressive bill, Honorable Speaker. Extremely progressive, and we must support it to protect, if not anybody else, our children. These children who are here from this cause, Honorable Speaker, are the most vulnerable of the people in our society today. These are people who are watching 30 seconds, 45 seconds clips on TikTok, and they believe it is true. Everything they see on TikTok. We must be there to protect them, Honorable Speaker. I keep going back to the 2024 finance bill. Kenyans believed all manner of untruths because they were circulated on TikTok and other social media platforms. And when we begged Kenyans, please read the bill and show us those things you are circulating on TikTok, where they are in the bill. They couldn't. They told us, reject, do not amend. Even after we amended what should have been amended, they told us, do not amend, reject. Honorable Speaker, I said it the other day, just before the finance bill of this year, that when we passed the finance bill of 2024 in June, and Kenyans insisted that we reject it, and His Excellency the President sent it back without assent, and we went back and passed the tax amendment laws, the tax procedures law, the business laws 1 and 2 in December of the same year, with the same provisions that were contained in the finance bill. Because the era of misinformation had died off, Kenyans passed, or rather this House passed the laws without incident, without having to lose a life, without any property having to be destroyed, Honorable Speaker, and again without Kenyans being overtaxed, as they were being told. You remember Kenyans had been told that their freehold land would be taxed, their cows, their cattle, their dengu, their avocados would be taxed. And I keep challenging Kenyans today. Show me whose livestock has been taxed. Show me whose freehold land has been taxed, as you are being told. Yet, we adopted those laws as they were in June, in December, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, I just want again to add that, Honorable Speaker, that these laws must protect against misinformation, deliberate disinformation, as happened with the finance bill of 2024, and continues to happen with many other bills in this House and other things in the country, Honorable Speaker, so that we also protect Kenyans from disinformation, you know, in this era and age of AI, Honorable Speaker.
Please give Majority Leader 1 more minute.
Just 1 minute, Honorable Speaker, to conclude that point, that I had a conversation with one of our top doctors, Dr. Gikonyo of Karen Hospital, the other day. And I was with a friend who was saying that she had seen the thing circulating about Dr. Gikonyo promoting certain pharmaceutical products and actually believed it was true. If we do not have laws to protect Kenyans, Honorable Speaker, Kenyans will consume consumables, be it pharmaceuticals or other products, because they believe they are being promoted by people who are credible in society, yet it is the work of innovative people online. And we must protect people, Honorable Speaker, by enacting laws like this, and therefore allow me to commend not just the people of Wajir for electing Honorable Aden Daudi Mohammed, but also himself for proposing such progressive measures to protect the people of Kenya and more so the young ones in our society, Honorable Speaker, and I beg to support.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Honorable members, before I give the next Honorable member to contribute to this motion, I would like to go back to order number 7, request for statements. This is going to allow the Speaker who just left the chair to be able to prosecute her request for statement. So please, Honorable Mother Wangari, proceed.
Thank you for your indulgence, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 44.2c, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure regarding the deplorable condition of Elementaita Mitimingi Maunarok Road in Nakuru County. Honorable Speaker, the Elementaita Mitimingi Maunarok project is a 23-kilometer road in Nakuru County whose construction officially began in June 2020. The project, which was expected to be completed by March 2023, remains incomplete to date, with certain sections not only being unfinished, but also being in deplorable state, thereby rendering the sections nearly impassable. The road serves as a vital link between agricultural zones, market centers, and tourist sites of the areas, facilitating the transport of farm produce, livestock, and other goods. Its poor condition significantly hampers economic.
Please pass the mic back.
Hampers economic activities such as tourism and pose a safety risk to motorists, border riders, and pedestrians. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure on the following. Number 1, the reasons why Elementaita Mitimingi Maunarok Road in Nakuru County is in a dilapidated state, yet the project for its construction has not been completed. Number 2, a report on the current status of the contract for the said road, particularly with regard to the unfinished Kerimo River Bridge. And number 3, the actions taken by the Ministry of Roads and Transport to have repair works of the sections of the road that are in deplorable condition. And finally, an indication on whether the contractor to undertake the construction works is the same entity that had previously been blacklisted for substandard work in other regions of the country. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I can see the chair is still in the house. Chairman.
Honorable Speaker, I will avail a response in the second week after recess.
You seem to like the second week. I would like to give you the first week. I mean, it's straightforward.
That's okay. We work with that.
Okay. Thank you very much. I was just referring to the other question which was asked. I think it was also a statement you said the second week. Okay, honorable members, before we go to you, Honorable Murungara, you are the next I can see. We have our students seated in the speakers gallery this afternoon. We have students from Nandi Hills Primary School, Nandi Hills constituency, Nandi County. Students from Idatene School, Tigania West constituency, Meru County.